Welcome back to everyone, Football Zone, and to a weekend review, reviewing the Premier League action from this week, and starting off with a dominant win for Liverpool away at Brentford. Nunes, McAllister, Salah and Gakpo with the goals. Tony made it 3-1, but yeah, Gakpo got that goal later on to make it 4-1, and yeah, this was a dominant win for Liverpool. In the end, the stats kind of look quite even, but Liverpool just clinical, really taking their chances when it mattered, and of course a big win for them. Brentford, I think maybe we could feel the scoreline treated them a bit harshly, but on the whole, big win for Liverpool and keeps their momentum going. Speaking of keeping their momentum going, Arsenal picked up an easy 5-0 win against Burnley. Odegaard in the 4th minute, Saka with 2, Trossard and Havertz with the goals. And I spoke about Liverpool's kind of thrashing of Brentford being more of a contest. This one definitely wasn't. It was a dominant win for Arsenal from start to finish. And I keep saying it, but since the turn of the year, their form has been so impressive. Really, if they keep going, could well put them in title contention right until the end, unlike last year. But moving on then to Fulham 1, Aston Villa 2 at Craven Cottage. And it was Watkins who gave Villa a 2-0 lead before Muniz made it 2-2 in the 63rd minute, but that brace by Watkins was enough. And I think Fulham really pushed for the equaliser towards the end, but in the end just didn't quite have the quality available to them. So yeah, that will be really frustrating for them. But on the whole, I think Villa, it's a big win for them. Obviously, kind of in a close Champions League battle to get in those positions. So yeah, like I say, big win for them. Moving on then to Newcastle 2, Bournemouth 2 at St James's Park, and it was Solanke who gave Bournemouth the lead before Gordon equalised. Semenyo then made it 2-1 to Bournemouth, and a late equaliser from Matt Ritchie. And Newcastle, I don't know, they had a lot of the game really here. But at the same time, I really question whether they created enough key chances to win the game, and I think that will be frustrating because I think they'll be expecting to beat teams like Luton and Bournemouth at home, and if they really want to push on and really grab one of those European places, these kind of games that they need to be winning. Moving on then to Nottingham Forest 2, West Ham 0 at the City Ground, and it was Anawai who gave Forest lead right on a stroke of half time, and right towards the end it was Hudson-Odoi who sealed the 3 points. Calvin Phillips also getting sent off. It's not really been an ideal start to his time at West Ham, I think it's fair to say, but Forest here undoubtedly deserving of the win, and that's not the reaction David Moyes would have expected to see to his team being humbled, of course, last time out. So really not good signs for them at the moment, but big win for Forest. Moving on then to Tottenham 1, Wolves 2. It was Gomez who gave Wolves the lead in the 42nd minute. Just after half time, Kulusevski equalised before Gomez again in the 63rd minute gave Tottenham the win. And Tottenham, you probably say kind of dominated the game, had over 70% possession, which is a P indicator. But at the same time, just weren't clinical enough. Wolves took their chances, Gomez especially, of course. In the end, I think they'll be really glad with that win. And Tottenham, just so inconsistent. I don't think you can really afford that chasing Champions League spots. Moving on then to Man City 1. Chelsea 1 at the Etihad, and it was Raheem Sterling in the 42nd minute who gave them the lead. Rodri in the 83rd minute equalised, and City dominated the game, but Chelsea definitely an improved showing from the stuff that they've furthered up recently, that will give them confidence. At the same time, City I think will be wondering how they didn't win that game. Raheem Sterling, of course, coming back top of his former team, and with the consistency we're seeing Liverpool and etc. Arsenal will show out. Maybe City can't afford too many more of these. But moving on then to another weekend we saw Sheffield United absolutely crushed, this time 5-0 at home to Brighton. Holgate was sent off a horrid challenge in the 13th minute. How that was given initially yellow, I'll never know. But goals from Bonnet, Welbeck, Robinson and Ingram too were the crucial moments here. And Brighton absolutely dominated this game. It was never really a contest. But Sheffield United just so far out of their depth at the moment. It really is kind of embarrassing, to be honest. But moving on then to Luton 1, Manchester United 2 at Kenilworth Road. Hoyland with 2 early goals gave United the perfect start, but Carlton Morris in the 15th minute scored the last goal of the game. Since then Luton, I think it's fair to say, really gave it a go, really pushed for the equaliser. In the end, couldn't come through. And it may not have been a vintage performance, but Eric Ten Hag's team keep their kind of good run going with a win here, and I guess that's the main thing that matters. But I think at the same time, Luton can take heart from that, showing what they can really do against some of the bigger teams in the league. But moving on then to Everton 1, Palace 1 at Goodison Park, and it was AU who gave Palace the lead in the 66th minute, but a late goal from Onana gave Everton a point. And I think Everton in the end probably were disappointed not to win it. They probably definitely had more of the game, but in the end just couldn't quite get that breakthrough, which will be frustrating for them. Points not a disaster, but I think it's games like this that Everton really will be hoping and expecting to win. you know, if they want to just comfortably get themselves out of the relegation picture. But moving on into some preview for the games coming up this week, starting off in the Premier League with Man City against Brentford. And yeah, this is a big game. Obviously, Man City looking to get back on track, back to winning ways. I think, yeah, Brentford kind of showed this past weekend how tough it can be against some of the top teams in the league, and I think they'll be expecting a very tough day, possibly even tougher. So yeah, you'd expect Man City to win, but you never know, they need to return to winning ways. Obviously, big game being one of their games in hand, I'm going to say it'll be a comfortable 2-0 City win. But moving on then to Liverpool as they take on Luton. And yeah, I think Luton at home, you may think, yeah, 3 points without even thinking about it, but we haven't seen in recent weeks. Rob Edwards' team is going to put a lot of heart into it. Liverpool should really be able to coast through this, you'd expect. But I don't think it'll be an easy game at all for Jurgen Klopp's side. So yeah, I think Liverpool should win, but I wouldn't take anything for granted. I'm going to say it will be a 3-0 win for Liverpool, though I think they'll just have more than enough quality. Moving on then to Porto against Arsenal in the Champions League, and yeah, Porto obviously in the Portuguese league, and yeah, I think they've had an interesting season so far. They not on the greatest run of form, I'd say, to be honest. Could be better, a bit mixed, but Arsenal come into this one really fine. I think away from home, if they can just get that standard advantage, that will of course make them heavy favourites going back to the Emirates. So I think that's what they'll be targeting to do, and I think they'll have enough quality. I'm going to say that they'll take a 2-1 lead back.
Okay guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe for our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.